Good morning, creators! In today's video, I'm going to show you how to build 3 Fortnite Save the World traps in Fortnite Creative, including the gas trap, the ceiling drop trap, and the floor spikes trap. All of these work just as they do in Save the World, but now they're in Fortnite Creative. So the first one we're going to build is the gas trap. And it's pretty simple. You want to open the Ego prop gallery and pick up this propane tank. The first one's probably the best one because I think the second one explodes. And then you want to pick up this trailer as well. And you're going to flip it over and just build what I build. It's pretty simple. You just have 2 propane tanks to each side. You might want to decrease the size a little bit and flip over the trailers, and just 2 of these work fine. And move that in a bit, and you want to pull up the ring gallery A and pull out this curved piece right here. So you're just going to create some wires, decrease the size of it. I like to do this on grid snap 0 just to make it faster. And you'll just create some wires like this. It's pretty simple. And of course, if you want to like work on this and make it more realistic, you can. This is just a basic sample that I'm using. Now for the mechanics, you're going to place down a trigger, increase its size to fill up the entire tile. And then disable sound and visibility. And the settings here, you want to make sure it's only triggered by creatures, so not by players or anything else but creatures. So turn creatures on, and it should only be triggered by creatures. It should have a delay or a reset delay of 10 seconds. For the channels, we're going to put 15 for when triggered transmit on. And we're going to use another trigger, and so this is going to have a delay of 5 seconds. When receiving from 15, and then trigger on 16. Next up, you're going to want to pick up a damage volume, flip it over, and you're going to want to decrease its size just a little bit. In the settings, you want to enable when receiving from 15 and disable when receiving from 16. The damage tick should be 1 second. The damage could be whatever you want. Make sure it only affects creatures though, so no players, no guards, or anything. And you want that to not be enabled during any phase. And, you know, just follow those settings. Next, pick up a VFX creator. You're going to flip it over, and then you can just copy the settings I put down here. This is just the gas, so there's basically freedom to just create whatever you want for this look, but this is the settings I used, so you can use these if you want. Just follow along. Really the main thing is that you need to have the triggers or the channels the exact same as I have. Next up, to create your floor spikes, you're going to pick up these floorboards from the outdoor residential prop gallery, and you're just going to place an X down. I'm using 2 per each big board, so just to create a long tile filling X. And you should lower it a bit so that they can walk over it, and then you're going to place down these little cylinders I found in the primitive shapes gallery, make them chrome, and on grid snap 0 I'm just going to place them down. These are just going to be little nuts and bolts. You can get creative with this however you want, but this is going to be what quote unquote damages them. I mean, obviously there's going to be mechanics that actually damage them. So we're going to pick up a mutator zone, The cool thing about the floor spikes is they actually slow down mobs. So we're going to use this to slow down creatures. So it's only going to affect creatures, and the movement speed is going to be decreased. I'm going to have maybe like 0.5 speed just to slow them down a lot. And you don't need any channels for this, so that's a really nice thing. And then you're going to place down a damage volume. I'm just going to use this one to make it faster. I'm going to reset all the settings. And just follow along. You're just going to have really low damage for this. The damage tick rate should be pretty slow. And it should only affect creatures, as always. Only affect creatures. Next up, you're going to create the tire dropper using these tires you found in the outdoor residential prop gallery and these wooden planks you find in the dark tilted prop gallery. So you're going to use the wooden planks first. You're going to flip it over like this to where the bottom is facing outwards. And then you're going to increase its size, mostly on the width, and then decrease on the height and depth. So you can create this kind of like board that just rests on the top, and on grid snap 8 you're going to place it down. You're going to place it down on all 4 sides. Make sure you rotate it accordingly so that the top of the board faces inside of the cave. And once that has been done, you get to place down your tires. I'm going to use 5 tires to fill up the space. I think this is the best proportions you can use. So I increase the size of the tires a bit, and you can just kind of place them on grid snap 8. So you have 4 in the corners and then 1 in the center. It's pretty simple. Then you're going to pick up a trigger, and same as the gas trap, just a little different. This one's going to transmit on 17, which is going to trigger the tire traps. And that trigger is also going to have a reset delay, just so that it's only triggered a couple times every now and then. The prop mover you're going to place down is going to have these settings. So the distance is going to be 3 meters. Speed can be whatever you want. Just follow all the settings I'm scrolling past. It should just reset when it's complete. And start when receiving from 17. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing. We're really close to 6,000 subscribers, and I really want to reach that milestone this month. It'd mean a lot to me if you subscribed. I hope y'all have an amazing day, and keep on creating.